Should mind my step.
Like this. It's been some time since I stood before her in a place like this.
Welcome back, child of faith. You have come far, I perceive. How may I serve you this day?
Be very, very quiet. With ease.
Traps. How considerate. Traps. How considerate. Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us. A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors. I wonder. Yes, let's. Let's prowl.
Of course, my child. Within limits. Behold my wares.
Don't waste a step.
There she stands, just as Elminster promised. Mistra, goddess of the weave, Mother of all magic.
The old man wasn't lying. She's opened the summoning channel. Can't you feel it?
Gale's right. The very air around the statue crackles with magic. It sets your teeth on edge.
A stream of pure, undiluted weave. I only have to reach out, and it will carry me to Mistra, wherever she may be.
An audience with your goddess can go wrong. I should know. But do whatever you feel is best, Gale.
Time was, I'd have given my right arm for a chance to speak with Mistra again. The left one, too. Maybe a knee. Am I? You're right. I am a strong, capable wizard. And this is no more than a casual reunion with an ex-lover. My omnipotent, omniscient ex-lover. I always wonder what being nervous would feel like. I hate it. Oh, that hardly matters. There's not much further I could fall in Mistra's estimation. But I'd like to at least leave her with something to think about. During my time locked away in Waterdeep, I prepared a quite comprehensive speech for her on the subject of our former relationship and the manner in which it ended. Alas, recent events have rendered the majority of it moot, so I'm gonna have to improvise. Unless you have any words of wisdom to impart before I go. Mistra's forgiveness? If you want me to claim the crown of Karsus, she'll hardly be in a forgiving mood after that. I think it's best I keep a cool head going into this. Approach it like a particularly high-risk round of 3 Dragon Ante. I'll let Mistra show her flight, and then I can see how strong a chance we stand of winning the gambit. I'll only be gone for a matter of moments. The Outer Planes experience time quite differently to our own. Wait for me. Please.
Gale of Waterdeep. You look well.
As do you. But I assume we're not here solely to exchange compliments. So why am I here?
You discovered what lies at the heart of the Absolute, the crown of Karsus. And you disobeyed my instruction. Why?
Because you had no right to ask that of me. You cast me out. Remember?
You were my lover, my chosen. Yet still you know so little of me. The past cannot be undone with self-pity, nor can a future be forged. Only with the truth will you see the way ahead. The fragment of magic you tried to return to me was not of my creation. It was the Karsite weave. It is a corrupted, half-born magic, wrought in the brief moment Karsus ascended to godhood. It hungers for power, just as he did, and it can never be sated. You unleashed something that would consume all magic in existence, and yet you thought only of preserving yourself.
So that's what you're scared of. With the crown of Karsus reforged, I could take control of the Karsite weave.
You can no more control the Karsite weave than a weather vane could control a storm. That it entered your body and consumed no more than your powers was a miracle. But we will not be granted another. The only reason the orb sleeps is because I have allowed it to feed on the true weave. A temporary measure, but one that will not be enough to save us. With each day that passes, The elder brain threatens to become a new kind of god. Its worshippers, a scourge of soulless illithids. If you will not use the orb to end this abomination, then you must find a way to separate crown and host. When you've done this, you must surrender the crown of Karsus to me.
Great ask indeed. You've given me much to think on. As you always did.
So be it. Follow the needle of your own wisdom. We shall see how truly it leads you.
Back on mortal soil once more. I can't believe I saw her. After all this time. Relieved. Drained. Proud of myself for summoning the courage to go to her in the first place. And, if I'm being totally honest, a bit lightheaded. As if it wasn't enough to have seen her again. She didn't exactly summon me there for small talk. The Karsite weave. Within me this whole time. I knew the orb was no ordinary ball of magic before it to be Karsus's malignant creation. Gods! How did I not see that? True enough. There's a reason such unwitting heroes have been the backbone of lyric and legend for as long as both have existed. Even so, I was hardly some naive apprentice at the time. I considered myself an archmage, and yet was fool enough to be mistaken for a common conjurer. At least now I'm armed with the truth, and Mistra's expectations. It sounds like the door to redemption is open at last. All I have to do is walk through it, carrying the crown of Karsus. Perhaps I see few other options open to me. If I ever want to reclaim those parts of myself the orb snatched away. If I ever want to be me again. Thank you. There aren't many I'd trust to stand beside me on such a journey. Fewer still who would do so because they believed I deserved such a chance. If I could promise you one thing in return for your faith in me, it's this. I will use everything in my power to ensure we defeat this evil. I will not let you down. Now, I believe we've a date with an elder brain to get to. Shall we?
Into the light! Lightbringer door tag! Crush our enemy!
That's just a gimmick. The Steel Watch don't need to talk. They're guards.
Like here in the elf song. So, slice clean through still means anything.
I haven't placed on the ground in the
You said.
you first, so you have to go.
Nothing's happening.
I mean, don't we have it? Sarah won't let the devil swallow me. They'll pull me out.
Pieces in the mouth these days. Give me a break.
I don't have to if I don't want to. Sarah, tell them I'm right.
Hey, look, it's the hero. If you're so brave, you go first.
Scarab! God's sake! Scarab!
What's in here?
Scarab!
Yeah, if I go to you first, so you have to go.
I get it.
Let's see what this does.
The devil's feet.
Only have to say it 3 times.
Rough tempest I will raise.
Another fight. Let's go.
Let's end this.
Still on my feet.
What's the plan? Take your
Creator, destroyer. Don't know what hit him.
Let's finish this.
The gods are watching me.
Oh, I get it. You're scared.
Something over there. This head's a long way from home. Belongs to one of the few plains death devils.
Catch a
Only
glimpse
true
of the
Dianas would have
delights of
such
the
an
9
infernal
hells.
collection.
From a safe distance, of course.
A real fiend skull. By the size, I'm guessing a gargantula.
Aramin the Erudite, the epitome of devilish charm, wit, and grace. The portrait's eyes seem to follow you around the room. Did it just wink at you? Management is not responsible for missing body parts, enslaved loved ones, trapped souls, or ancient world-destroying curses. A portrait of a noble devil, charming, sophisticated, deadly. This artwork is more foul than fine. It fills you with an uncanny sense of dread.
That might be worth a look. The horns of a real war devil. But they were a pain to acquire.
Within the crystal, you see the devil Raphael sipping from a goblet of blood-red wine. He smiles as he catches your eye. Can he see you? Looking at the painting makes you dizzy. You feel a dull pressure behind your eyes.
That's curious.
Crooks and swindlers beware. Steal from the devil's fee, and it won't be the flaming fist who come knocking.
Step carefully. There's a trap.
Your esteemedness returns. Oh, joyous hour. You must be awfully familiar with our esteemed Archduke to know about a thing like that. Likewise. Well, less of a colleague, more of a contractor? But I digress. You seek answers. Lord Mammon seeks coin. I will happily mediate. Make me an offer. The first hit's free, eh? Oh, fine. I'll humor you, mortal. Just this once. You stand before Mammon's picklock, latchkeeper of the 9 hells. My business is not information, nor hellish curios. Not really. I break people into the hells. That's my thing. I can reveal to you that I opened a portal for Lord Gortash. Raphael. That sounds vaguely familiar, but I have a terrible memory for names. The only thing that jogs it is coin. I mean, I suppose that'll do. Stingy bastard. Yes, you are quite correct. The Crown of Carsus left the vault, and an opportunity opened for a devil named Raphael. His House of Hope is furnished with a great deal of treasures, many related to Carsus. But alas, he lacks the crown itself. He's rather ambitious. One can only wonder what he has planned for the crown. The answers to that can probably be found within his house.
Perhaps it's time we paid Raphael a visit.
What a fascinating proposition. Ludicrous, of course, but fascinating nevertheless. Very well. If you wish to die in Avernus, that's your business. Mine is charging you for it. Of course, such a task will require quite the substantial donation to Lord Mammon's coffers.
Such a task would be tantamount to suicide. And for what? The devil has nothing that you need.
You put me in a difficult position, mortal. You are almost certain to fail. Almost. And so, there is a chance you might succeed. Fine. I'd like to be able to carry all of my precious stock without the need of a team of oxen. There are gauntlets of hill giant strength within the House of Hope. Free passage, and you fetch them for me. Deal? Allow me to outline how this is going to work. First, you were never here. We never spoke. Second, you will perform the rites yourself. I want absolute deniability. Here's the grimoire and necessary components. Oh, take this key, too. It unlocks the ritual room upstairs. There's a blood circle already drawn. Don't ask whose blood.
Along with the grimoire and components, Helsik hands you a note containing precise instructions for performing the ritual.
Finally, you were never here. That is of utmost import to remember. Now be gone!
No one stopped me yet. These boots have seen everything.
Mistra has forsaken Gale entirely. A crushing blow. But he is strong enough to persevere, I think.
Far from me to judge Gale for playing coy with Mistra, but I will not be cleaning up whatever mess she makes of him for it.
I have a lot on my mind.
This crown seems too powerful and dangerous an object for mere mortals to possess. Too dangerous even for Mistra. But I would sooner trust it with a god than with Gale.
Mistra has forsaken Gale entirely. A crushing blow. But he is strong enough to persevere, I think.
I do not trust Mistra to do right with the crown, but I think I trust Gale even less. He must give it to her when the time comes, or his lust for power might well consume him.
Wow, so that was Mistra. Pretty spectacular stuff. But I think Gale was right not to agree to do her bidding, no questions asked. I respect the gods, but they don't always understand what they're asking of us. Maybe immortality makes it hard to know what it's like to be one of us piggies. Proud of Gale, though. It takes some man to hold his own in front of the divine.
So, Gale's hedging his bets with Mistra? I can't say I blame him. Who'd want to hold a power like the crown of Karsus in their hands just to hand it to someone else? I know what my decision would be, but we're all different, of course.
What's on your mind? I've often asked myself the same question, but never really found a satisfactory answer. You clearly see something in me that I can't. The wisdom and intelligence required to overcome almost insurmountable odds, perhaps? Or the stupidity required to attempt it. I take it as a compliment either way. You don't get to be 13 centuries old without becoming a sound judge of character. And cheese, apparently. I regret many things in my life. Choosing to be here, intact and unexploded, is not one of them. For now, to have a few more days in your company, no. I wouldn't change a thing.
Ah, ally mine. We are reunited once more. I was just regaling sweet Isabel with tales of our prowess.
Very impressive. Thank you for helping Aelin. That wizard sounded absolutely dastardly.
There are always more bastards behind bastards. But we will run through them all, each by each. Enjoy the spoils of your victory. Spin memories of Leroican's death in your mind like silk floss. My darling, we must inform our friend of our news.
Indeed. I've scouted a Selûnite enclave outside the city. They faced the Absolute's armies and come out battered and bruised. Aelin and I will go to them, provide what help we can.
But fear not. When the time comes for you to face the foe of foes, Isabel and I will stand by your side.
We wouldn't miss it. Not for anything.
Go well, friend. We will see you soon. And with our great powers combined, this city will be saved.
You sleep, but the wicked don't. Someone is here to disturb your rest.
Get the hells away from me!
Peace, brother. We're here to take you home.
The Master needs all 7 of us for the ceremony. Come with us and be reborn. We'll live again.
Master Cazador has known where Astarion was this entire time. He knew he would return. The rite. The Master needs him. He must attend.
Oh, I'm well aware of what the Master needs. But don't we deserve better?
Better? What do you mean, better?
After all these centuries of torment, I know what you all want. More than power. More than to walk in the sun. You want to see him dead. The rite of profane ascension will be mine. And he won't see a scrap of its glory. I am going to complete the ritual as the Ascendant, and then I am going to kill him! This is your chance. Stand with me. Name me your new master. We will get our revenge. And you will all live again.
His liar's smile spells danger. He knows full well that his kin will die in the ritual, but if any of the bearers of the scar die before the ritual begins, he will lose his chance to perform the rite himself. He needs them to run willingly to their deaths, thinking they stand a chance against their master.
I'm doing what I have to. I can't be what you want to see in me.
Die in the ritual? Whatsoever are you speaking of? We are going to cheat undeath. The Master doesn't need to lie to us. He controls us, fully. Why go through the trouble of giving us hope?
Because it's more cruel. Shit, we're doomed. All right. What do you need from us? We'll help you.
The bonds hold. He owns us. We have no choice. We must obey. Get out of here, Astarion, before...
No choice but to keep going.
No mercy.
What a mess. Well, at least you've met my family now. What does it matter? There's only 6 of them, and they are vampire spawn. No one ever looked out for me. No one ever said a kind thing to me. You're the only one. Other people don't have a heart like you. You're... you. No one is like that. You say, as a mind flayer thrall who spends their lives sorting out other people's problems. But perhaps there's something in what you say. Tread lightly.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have. If not over, then through.
What can I do for you, my friend?
Not the kind of excitement I usually enjoy being woken up for. Still, better than not waking up at all. Or waking up as something else entirely.
A private word would be nice.
I dare Cazador to send more lackeys our way. This is our territory. I'll crack anyone who tries to come into my house and hurt my people.
Cazador's minions have picked up our trail. For Astarian's sake, I hope this was the last of them.
Go ahead. I'm listening. I question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it. I'll be here in the meantime, idling away the hours.
Hey, soldier. Aces.
Don't burn yourself.
Can't give up now. At the ready.
Those vampire spawn came for Astarian, didn't they? Lucky for him that we were here to fight them off.
Cazador is keen to greet his wayward son once more. With open arms, or iron shackles.
I need a moment for the two of us.
Vampire spawn. One's proven enough, let alone a horde of them.
Vampire spawn assailing us in the night. I thought we had ample troubles as it was. At least Astarion is safe.
My most prospective customer. Welcome back. Now you've seen what I have for thee. Remember, discretion is key at the Devil's Fee.
I strongly suggest that you reconsider this course of action. Whatever you expect to gain from the Hells is not worth the risk of traveling there uninvited.
Ready or not. Quietly. Quick and quiet. Something over there.
Let's go.
Better be cautious.